in civilized society as often as it does.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, people are bad, man. People are evil, dude.
Like the
That's
people that
one
try to
thing.
rob some, huh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying, like, are the people that try to rob somebody and then that person pulls out a gun or something and shoots them? Like,
Them are
it's just
great though.
crazy that they leave it on Instagram.
I love karma videos though. Them are great.
Yeah,
Instant. They got instant karma. That's one of the biggest ones. I watch YouTubes all the time, man.
yeah.
Especially with the Karens. When the Karens be getting their karma, man, I love it. I'd be in that restaurant, be like, "Get that bitch!" No. Fucking stupid peoples.
That's crazy to me that people act like that. Like the Karen shit. Like I'd never seen that in like my life in person.
Really? Living in Florida and you've never seen that?
Never seen somebody act up like these videos, like especially like about race. You know what I mean? When they're pointing out somebody because of race and that's why you're acting up. Like never seen it in person.
I really don't believe that in Florida. Now, if you would have said that here where I'm at, Illinois, because, you know, Chicago, etc., I would more believe that than I'd believe about Florida as far as the racist Karens
I don't
go.
get out much since I've been to Florida, though. Like, I'm not a Floridian. I'm a homebody.
Yeah, you might change your mind on Florida's favoritism if you did. There's some stuck up old fucking people down there, and then there's a bunch of rich young college kids, man. I mean, it's either a good time or a terrible time the times I've been there. There ain't no in between.
Yeah, I don't go out, so I don't give a fuck about what people are doing. I can move anywhere. As long as I got a decent price, nice property, I can move anywhere. Yeah. I don't got to talk to my neighbors.
I got accused of being a Karen when I was door dashing a couple years ago. There was a Grubhub driver that I kept seeing parking in the handicap spots, showing up in restaurants where I was, you know, showing up as well. And after about the 15, 20 time of him doing it, I said something to him about it. And I said it nicely. I mean, how nice can you be when you're correcting somebody's behavior that they should know about anyway? But I was as nice as I could be. And he snapped out. And it almost became a physical fight, but he thought better of it and got in his car and drove away. But somebody came out of the restaurant and says, "Good job, Karen," to me. Dude, I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you too." And I got in my car and took my shit. So, yeah, Shane, no doubt. I've seen a few of those too, man. People getting shot point blank.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen that in person, but that's not like the Karen shit. Like, I grew up in the fucking hood, so I've seen a lot of like hood activities.
I still see it every day because I'm still in the hood. Shit.
Back then, like every like violent interaction for the most part was like provoked. It wasn't like you just unprovoked violence or whatever. Now it's more unprovoked, like people robbing everybody. The kids are fucking crazy in the hood now.
Theft is out of control too, man. That's one of the things. Like stores are really, really bitching about losing product. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the public cutting into your end profit? I'd say rob every one of them, motherfuckers. Break them down and take it. Anarchy. Yes. No. I know, but you're like, no.
All of society, though.
I know it's bad, but I really am for it, bro. I mean, I really am.
Well, I mean, like the government's changing the laws in these cities and shit, and like you can't really do nothing about it. But then they changed the laws where now it's up to like in some cities in California, as long as it's under $2,000, they don't do nothing about it.
Yeah. Well, like, right here in my city, like I was walking out of Walgreens one, and a dude come out with a personal blender in a box, like a little bullet blender or whatever they call those things, right? He just walked out the door with it. Didn't bother to hide it or nothing. And then beep, beep, beep. And I looked over at the register lady. She says, "Oh, we're corporation tells us we can't do nothing about it. Just let them walk out. Don't risk the danger." I'm like, what? Okay, well, you business owners better start protecting your businesses yourself if they ain't going to do nothing about it.
It ain't like that here, though. You walk out with a pack of gum, they're chasing you and tackling your ass. Like,
Yeah, we all got different laws. You might die over a pack of gum in Florida. So
yeah.
now, as far as that chasing me out and tackling me, that's different. They might have a problem with that one, but they can shoot me.
Yeah.
I might knock a few people out while I'm taking out a piece of gum and chewing. You know what I'm saying?
I do like seeing these small business owners, like the mom and pop shops and shit, where people come in there and try to steal them and they fucking defend their shit. Like,
yeah. There were some here, right here in town. They were Arabs, actually, an Arab store, but some black folks come in and tried to rob them, and they found out what it meant to be caned. That's all I'm saying. Then I seen a video on YouTube. They beat the shit out of that dude. About 6 of them with sticks.
Yeah.
And he had a gun.
And that's how it is in those like family-owned stores, especially with foreigners that don't trust the police or anything like that. They're going to take care of it with the family. I lived right across the street from this corner store that got robbed, and they didn't call the cops. We seen the guys run out. There's 2 guys. They ran out. They both had shotguns. They jumped in this car, took off. Next thing you know, a van shows up. Like 9 dudes get out, and they all go into the store. They talk. They all come back out and get in the van and take off. Like, they were fucking hunting them motherfuckers down.
Yeah, man. I know that video I saw. They wasn't playing. I know dude popped up at the register, put his gun up, and the next day you seen a stick come in from the side, bam. And then you seen like 3 run out from the register and 3 come from the back, and they was just it's like, dude's got a gun, y'all. It didn't matter though. He never got stopped beating in time to pull that gun up. You know what I mean? So they fucked his ass.
Waylon? Yeah, I saw this one. It was these 2 skateboarder kids were in this grocery or in this gas station, the convenience store. One of them's distracting the clerk while the other one's in the aisle stealing. And then this guy comes in with a shotgun, and the 2 skateboarders quick duck behind the thing. One of them runs around while the other one kicks his skateboard out. So the dude with the shotty looks over, and they both jump him, take the shotty, hand it to the clerk, and they run after they just stole a like, fucking duffel bag worth of shit.
What you in prison for? Oh, I tried to rob somebody and they took my gun.
After they were in the middle of fucking trying to steal from the store.
That's fucked, dude. If you get beat up and you got a gun in your hand, man, you need a different profession. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I know. I just thought when I watched that video of that dude, like, man, I would have raised that gun and started firing.
Or at least pull the trigger. You don't even got to raise it. Just pull the trigger.
Something, you know what I mean? I'm getting beat. I'm going to fucking wave and pull, bro. Something's getting back. Shit.
Yeah, I think if you pull the trigger one time, they're all going to hesitate for at least a second.
That ought to
give
be
you
enough
time to pull up and pull again.
Well, that's if your mind works that fast. Believe it or not, the majority of people would not be able to do that. If they pulled the trigger and all people stopped, the majority of people don't have the mindset or intuition to move that quickly. To go from being on the ground getting beat to a standing position with the gun pointed at them. That takes training or just some good natural instincts, man, to be able to do that.
Fight or flight.
Yeah.
Accidentally shoot yourself. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's
this
nice.
Is professional advice. If you're ever in an altercation, you have a gun, just pull the trigger. I'm kidding, people. It's satire. Don't sue me.
Right. We got that here too, Jay. Illinois has a no bail now. We don't have a no bail unless you really commit a serious crime. You just get back out. I think anything up to attempted murder or something like that, they let you back out, unless it's like domestic or child or elderly related, and then they,
Then everybody skips fucking their court dates, and you have a city filled with criminals.
Well, you would think that, but here's the key to this that a lot of people don't know or didn't pay attention to this bail reform laws we passed. Yeah, we don't have any bail, but now the law allows a judge to hold you in jail indefinitely if he wants to. Before, you could pay the money and get out. Now, if the judge says, nope, leave him in jail, you're just in jail, buddy. Yeah. Until you're done, until you're either found guilty or not guilty, you're going to sit in that jail. Now, they're not doing that to a great degree, but they do have the control to do that, is what I'm saying. So even though the law allows them to do that for all things, whether it's petty or felony, here in Illinois, it allows them to hold you in jail indefinitely. They're only doing it by choice right now for the serious stuff. But will there come a time where judges start doing it for the petty stuff too?
Yeah.
The law allows them to. They're just not doing that. That's what I'm worried about. Like, am I going to get locked up for a traffic violation in the future because the judges just don't like me?
But really, I mean, when you think about it and you go back to the fucking original written rule, like, innocent until proven guilty shouldn't have you in a jail cell till your court date.
I agree.
So the whole thing, the whole concept of bail or any of that is irrelevant when you think of the written fucking law. Like, but then again, there are
That's
places
illegal.
like fucking Romania where they can hold you indefinitely, and that doesn't really work out very well either. Like, the catch and release isn't good. The holding till court date isn't good, but there is no real answer. I think the better of the two answers would be the holding until court date.
Technically speaking, bail, it was illegal. It was against our Constitution, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a system that we established. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do with the guy that killed 18 people, mass murder, and they finally caught him? You know what I mean? You're going to let him out because he's not been found guilty yet?
No, he has the right to a speedy trial. 6 months isn't a speedy trial. A year and a half is not a speedy trial.
No, it's not. And if you're in trial, I can guarantee you that it's not going to be under 6 months, unless maybe you're in a tiny little town that barely has court dates.
Yeah. But how is speedy trial really interpreted? It's such a vague.
They should probably clarify that in the law. Speedy trial is considered 30 days or 60 days or whatever. They should have some clarification in the Constitution.
Yeah. Freedom until you're not free, innocent until proven guilty. That means that you shouldn't serve jail time in between now and your court case. We should get this shit up.
But they get away with it by, when you are found guilty, they credit you that time towards whatever sentence they give you.
Yeah, but if you're not, do they credit you money?
No. But if you sue them, they do.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that did 2.5 years in prison, and he was not guilty. And that was found out. He was exonerated through DNA evidence, and he sued the fuck out of him. He ended up with a little over $2 million for it. So
that's
after being so much per day. Yeah,
that's after being found guilty, though. That's different. Yep. But for them to hold you up until your court date, can you sue them for that time?
I mean, I don't really see a difference in being found guilty and because he wasn't guilty.
Because that's wrongful. That's wrongful imprisonment. There's a bunch of different things that go along with that. The holding you until your
wouldn't it be wrongful imprisonment for the jail as well? If the law was like it's supposed to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good.
That innocent till proven guilty is bullshit, and we all know it anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I do
really
have to say,
it's guilty until proven innocent. That's
facts.
Or guilty until disproven. You can say that.
But the reason that courts can get away with shit like this is citizens aren't informed on the laws that run their lives every day. You know, yeah. I am enough. I've went into court and fought cases and beat them. I filed civil suits and won them. But that's because I got in those books. You know what I mean? That's the difference. I knew enough to do it. Well, but the average citizen don't, and they should.
Yeah, we have these things planted in our head that if you do this certain thing, you're fucked. Like, don't ever just take your deal, because if they take you to trial, this is what you're looking at. They're scaring you. Don't do that.
Nope.
Again, don't give up any information that the police aren't asking for. And even when they do ask for it, understand that they're allowed to lie to you. There's a bunch of things.
But also understand you're allowed to lie to them too.
Yeah.
Just understand that. So the thing I get it is, I know there's people in this world that's taking plea bargains just because they were scared. You know what I mean? But the majority of those, whether people like it or not, the majority of those fucking did it.
Yeah. But, or you're just scared of jail. I would say, yeah, probably the majority of people that take the deal did it. But I've been in a situation where I was just like, yeah, just fucking give me the charges. Let's get this over with.
I've been in a situation where what they were offering I thought was too harsh for what I did. but I'm not the fucking judge. So no, I didn't take it. You know what I mean? But I did it, is what I'm saying. I've known like 2 people in my whole prison time, which was a long time, that were actually innocent. And one of them's the guy I just told you about. He ended up with over $2 million for just 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So, but that was something him and his lawyers did, not nothing the law said. You know, that's something he sued for, and he won it. Sued DOC.
Yeah.
I sued DOC 3 times, but I lost twice. And the third time, I didn't get no money compensation, but there was an injunction put on DOC, and they had to move me from the institution that I was in at the time, which is one of the things I asked for.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's hard to beat the state in court, brother. Trust me.
That's why you need a good lawyer. Well, honestly, another thing too is don't always trust the fucking lawyer, because, and some people they always say, if you represent yourself, you're hanging yourself. But just know your fucking shit, and you can represent yourself just fine. I fired my lawyer in the middle of a case. Like, dude was walking me into a jail cell, and I kept trying to talk, and he's like, psh, psh. Like I'm standing there. The judge looks at me. He's like, "Yeah, you know you can fire your lawyer, right?" I was like, "Oh, all right, you're going. Bye."
Oh, the judge told him, "Yeah, see you." I've had to do that, like I said, 3 or 4 times in court. Your Honor, I'd like to fire this useless. One of the Judge Bone, he told me he's going to give me 30 days in jail if I called the lawyer what I called him again, because I was right there in court. I was pissed. The state's attorney said something, and my lawyer didn't say nothing. And me and him had already talked about this. Like I told him they were going to do this. He didn't say nothing, and I looked over at him, and he just looked like this, waiting for his turn, bro. Wouldn't even look at me. I says, Your Honor, I'd like to fire this useless piece of shit, and I'm going to represent myself. He said, Mr. Braun, you won't talk like that in my courtroom. I'm telling you now, contempt of court, 30 days. Don't say another curse word. Me and the judge pretty familiar with each other, though. So he wouldn't let me even curse in that bitch. But yeah, I fired his ass, buddy. Get your useless ass out of here. Public defender. Fuck out of here. Yeah. Another piece of advice for you guys. If you get a lawyer, get an out-of-state or an out-of-town lawyer. If you live in a town with 100,000 people or less, get an out-of-town lawyer.
Yeah, they all know everybody.
Yeah, that's right. I promise. All them lawyers are.
Yeah, you can better believe your lawyer had coffee with the judge yesterday.
I seen my paid-for attorney eating lunch with the state's attorney back in 1998 on a case, bro. Eating lunch with the state's attorney. I found out later that him, her, and that judge were all good friends. Town of about 20,000 people. Hell no, bro. Fuck no. Give me my
One good thing about living in a small town, though. One good thing about living in a small town is, like, after I moved out of the city up to like the rural area, it was so small. Everybody knew everybody. Like, I'd see the local judge out at the ice cream shop and like pay for her fucking ice cream and shit. Right.
Hey, there's a little town here called Winchester, Illinois, Scott County. The state's attorney up there, David Cherry, was the state's attorney for, I don't know, 25 years or so. He had a really long run, right? And then he lost whatever election he ran to do that. And the next year that he lost, he ran for judge, the circuit judge. And he's now the circuit judge there. But only state's attorney in my life that I've ever would call a friend is David Cherry. Yeah. But I've never been arrested for any crime in his county, so it wouldn't make a difference if I got to his courtroom. So,
yeah, you want to hear something cool as shit? So I hired a lawyer for my DUI. So he ended up stretching it out for like 6 months, and then he took a job as the district attorney for the county for the district that I was going to court in. So he passed all of his clients onto this other lawyer. Now my new lawyer, pretty much now I was going against the lawyer that I originally hired.
Yeah.
So like everything got reduced down to barely anything. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's another thing for real, though. Some of those lawyers are hated by the other lawyers and judges in the courtroom, too.
Yeah.
And if you pick that wrong one, you'll fuck yourself just by picking the wrong attorney.
Yeah.
You got to do some checking.
I go for confidence. I don't want a little fucking like scraggly lawyer. My buddy had this lawyer. He went in because he was fighting his baby's mom on a custody, and
Yeah.
like he was losing bad. So he went in and found this lawyer, and the dude told him right from the gate. He said, "Not only am I going to get you what you want in this case, she's going to walk out of the room crying."
Right.
And he did exactly that.
That's right. That's right. That's what you need, brother. Some Johnny Cochran action on your head. The glove does not
It's
fit.
expensive to get that confidence, but
The best lawyer I had, she was a female. There was a female, and I honestly, and she was attractive too. And I honestly think that made a hell of a difference in my 2 cases that I had her with.
yeah.
I won both of them. I mean, in a judge full of dudes, man, and a pretty female lawyer, yeah, I think it had a big difference. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Because guys are simpletons like that. She
Fucking
shake a little booty for a not guilty verdict.
What's up, Ashley?
What up, Ash? What happened to you, Roddy? You lose reception?
Yeah, what happened?
What is that? Hey, y'all want one?
Huh?
Some eggs?
Wow.
Boiled egg? All day, every day.
Boiled egg?
Yeah, I'm a diabetic, bro. Eggs are one of the only things that don't have any carbohydrates in it.
You mean like a boiled egg, like a hard-boiled egg, or like a poached egg?
Any egg. Eggs do not have carbohydrates.
No. I mean, what are you eating? Like
A boiled egg.
a hard-boiled egg?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say nasty?
No, it's good. I thought you meant like a poached egg, like boiled, like in boiled.
I don't like poached.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I actually hard boil my eggs, so
Yeah. Yeah,
I
could
be
eat
boiling them.
hard-boiled egg.
I'll be boiling them for like 30 minutes when it only takes like 8. So
You ever have red beet eggs?
delicious.
Slamming.
Hell yeah. You ever had a fried egg? Not like on a skillet, but with breading, dropped in deep fried egg.
Oh yeah.
They're fucking fire.
Oh wait,
too.
no. I was thinking of something else. No, that sounds good.
Yeah, there's a place up here. They what do they call it? They pickle their eggs, but they pickle it with hot sauce in a jar, and they'll take them out, and dip them in their batter, and then drop them in the fryer. Dude, they're fucking delicious.
Hell yeah. That does sound good. I'll deep fry just about anything.
You ever had deep fried ice cream?
Nah,
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, but
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any damn sense, but it is a thing. It
I've
is a
heard of
thing.
so what do you do? Just take like a ball of ice cream, roll it in breading, and
I'm not sure. I just buy it at the fair every year. I've always wondered how the fuck you fry ice cream. Like, don't it melt?
Yeah, it's got to be real quick.
That's crazy, man. I don't think it's really deep fried, though. I really don't know the procedure. Elephant ears and deep fried ice cream every year at the fair. So,
What's an elephant ear?
big fucking piece of pastry that looks the size of an elephant ear, covered in powdered sugar or cinnamon or the other option. Ashley Huffman said, yeah, that's exactly how you do it. Jimmy said, yeah, they deep freeze it, super cold bread, and then deep fry it. Ooh, deep fried Oreos are really good. That's at the fair, too. We had that.
Yeah. Deep fried Snickers.
I haven't had one, but they sell that at the same place they sell the Oreos.
You know what funnel cake is?
Of course. That's pretty much what an elephant ear is.
All funnel cake is they ran out of things to deep fry, and they're like, yo, just throw some batter in there.
Some extra dough. Let's make it crisscross shape. No.
What's up, Amber?
Chi-Chi's has the best fried ice cream. We don't have a Chi-Chi's here no more, unfortunately. The Chi-Chi's building turned into a Chili's. Just got one question, Bean. Why are we in the bathroom, bro?
Everybody asks that shit.
Taking a shit.
I really need to change out this shelf. Use the fucking over the toilet shelf as a regular shelf outside.
What?
And the shower curtain doesn't help.
You can't get
What
your
up, little
phone back.
pecker?
I have thought about it. You keep asking me, I'm going to change my mind.
Yo, actually, no bullshit. I'm gonna start doing some of that shit, making some of these like fancy recipes and shit, like these like cool looking desserts, and selling them on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Dosed
With what?
desserts?
What is dosed? Oh no, I can't do that here.
Why not?
Not marketing on Marketplace.
Why not? You know keywords that they don't know, but potheads would know?
Yeah.
I do it.
Did you remember that conversation we had about making an example out of a joint?
About what? About what?
About the police making an example out of you over a joint?
Oh, yeah. But hey, see that?
Hell yeah.
I can guarantee you this got some recipes in it that ain't none of these potheads ever did before, bro.
What's up, Dan?
Black hip chartreuse, vanilla milkshakes, baked Italian eggplant, chicken pot pie cacciatore recipe, ribeye with chimichurri sauce, all kinds of infused recipes that ain't your average chocolates and cake pops and shit.
You can spend like fucking $4 on ingredients and make $60 off this shit. Like, just by making it look pretty. Like you don't have to put anything special into it or anything like that. Just make it look pretty, and people are gonna buy that shit.
Facts. All about that look. This book even has the drinks. You know, cocktails, lemonades, etc.
Oh yeah.
Watermelon weed juice. Watermelon weed juice. Let's see.
It's probably made with like weed kind of sugar.
It's got 2 ounces of marijuana, 1.5 cups of water, a cup of Everclear, 3 cups of diced seedless watermelon, 1 tablespoon of simple syrup, 1/3 cup of crushed ice, and 1 lime. That's the drink. And the marijuana, of course, they explain how to decarb it and blah, blah, blah to infuse it.
What up, Ted?
Mango juice?
They're off. We've got it. No, I can't think of horse names. Do a horse race. What the hell is that alarm? There's an all-you-can-eat infused restaurant in New York. What? All you can eat? That sounds amazing. Is there like a time limit? Because I'm staying.
Oh shit! What up, Ted? What up, little Pecker? Dude, all you eat restaurants probably used to hate me, but I started dieting here, 7 months ago, try to get my A1C and shit down, and my stomach has obviously shrank. Seriously, like I'd eat 3 or 4 hamburgers in one setting. Now I can eat like 1.5 and I'm stuffed.
You actually look thinner than you did.
Oh yeah.
Definitely it's noticeable.
I've lost probably 40, 45 pounds since I first met you. So
you look like you got a smaller head.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not. You're not. Literally, I wear a size 8 hat. All my hats are 8 except for this one. And it's 7 7/8. I literally lost weight on my head, bro. Promise. No lie.
Yeah.
Like my other hats are now kind of falling off of me. If I bend down, it'll fall off.
Yeah.
This is the only hat I got now that kind of fits. So that's true. You do lose fat in your head too. I promise.
I definitely noticed something was different.
Yeah. Thank you, Ronnie.
Gosh.
I'm trying to get there, man. Getting old, and my A1C was way too motherfucking high, so I just had to stop.
I have no clue what any of that means.
Your A1C is your, I don't know, forget what it stands for, but it's your major sugar levels that they test. And if you're supposed to, an average person has like a 5 to 7 A1C. Anything over that is, you're diabetic. And mine was a 10, which is really high.
Yeah.
That's about as high as it goes, really.
Usually when people tell me numbers of their shit, like I gauge my reaction on your reaction. Like my shit was at a 7, and I'm like, I don't know what it means.
7's not good, but that's where doctors try to keep a lot of diabetics, is around 7 or under. I mean, if you're insulin dependent and shit like me, it's hard to do that without insulin. But I've done it. I've done it for 6 months. So it's all about eating. I mean, literally, if I wasn't already 50 years old and had so many bad habits as far as eating goes, I could probably rid myself from insulin and metformin altogether just by eating properly.
Yeah.
But I had to get down to where my stomach and my mind and everything didn't want to gorge myself like I was doing, And then once I got that, the sweets and all that stuff just kind of fell with the not eating all the extra food. I had to control myself to limited amounts on the plate and then control what they were, such as instead of getting up this morning and eating biscuits and gravy with everybody else, I'm eating boiled eggs because they got no carbs. But biscuits, on the other hand, have a lot of carbs, So, yeah, it's all about control, man. And I still fell at it. These girls just brought in some pumpkin bars the other day, bro. I had to have one. I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
But,
my problems stem from lack of eating. Like I've never been a foodie. Like,
yeah.
You would probably classify me as anorexic, but it's not really for any reasons of not wanting to eat, or it's more like I just don't care for food. It doesn't excite me like everybody else.
Right. I had a problem.
If we could survive without eating, I'd be a happy person.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, you know what? I eat weirdly too, and that's another thing that the doctor says I needed to change is the way I eat. Because I will get up and I won't eat normally till 2 or 3 o'clock. I'll be up 8, 9 every morning, but I won't eat till 2 or 3 o'clock, bro, because I'm just not hungry in the morning. But if I change this pattern like the doctor wants me to, I would have never got to where I'm at, because that is one of the ways I got where I'm at, by kind of starving myself. I starved myself until my stomach was able to take lower amounts of food without me being hungry,
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on your body type too, and everybody's different. Like they say, like fasting is like the best type of dieting. Like eat large portions and fast throughout the rest of the day. It would never work for me. It would destroy my body.
Yeah.
For me, they recommend that I eat like 10 small meals throughout the day, like high protein meals.
Well, you're in good shape, because that's pretty much what I eat, the high protein, because the meats, they're the foods without carbs.
Mm-hmm.
All the breads, the grains, and the sugars, which is just about every other food, from fruit to even vegetables. There's vegetables that are terrible for diabetics, bro. So they have a lot of carbs in them. It is what it is. So now we on a red meat and an egg diet, and that's bad for the cholesterol, but it's better than dying from diabetes, I guess.
Yeah, or you could just go to the pharmaceuticals and get put on a bunch of supplements and fucking pills and fucking take
to get off
it.
Metformin's a horrible drug.
They will all try to push you on anyway. It can all be done by yourself if you just
trying to get off that shit. It's just all about mind control, y'all. Self-control, actually, is what I'll call it.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think that I could change my diet to the extreme that they wanted me to, and I cheat but like they got me on an extremely like you would think for like a stomach issue they would say eat healthy. Nah, it's eat these certain things and stay away from literally everything else.
Yep. You
Like,
sound like a diabetic.
and it's they're like they pretty much gave me a window where it's like we're gonna cure this, and I don't think if I had that window that I would have changed my diet.
Yep.
I think I would have just wrote it out and be like, this is life now. Because like I'm not a foodie, but there's certain things like that if I'm gonna eat, these are things that I'm gonna eat, and I literally don't like most things. Like,
Facts.
especially what's on this diet. Like, listen to this shit. They gave me this list. It's these do's, moderate, and don't. So on my snack list in the do's and the moderates, the only thing that are on that list is pretzels, plain potato chips, and rice cakes.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm like,
all of those are bad for me, but I could eat them. I like all three of them. I don't know if I could eat just that all day, though.
It's so plain. Like they gave me the plain. That's not a snack. Like,
right.
That's just something to fill time.
What's your, you told me before, but what's the disease, your stomach stuff? What's it called?
Diverticulosis.
Diverticulosis.
When it flares up, it's called diverticulitis. Like, but
that's what happened when you were in the hospital for a stint?
Yeah.
What's it do? Is it painful?
It's little pockets that like almost bubbles that gets pushed out on your intestines. So you have little pockets where like they don't filter in and out of the pockets, so things get caught in them, like seeds and shit.
Oh, okay,
They get infected and shit because they just sit there, and then sometimes they burst or whatever. But they're gonna take out the portion of my intestines that are affected, so hopefully I'll be able to just go back to normal life.
So Lil Pecker said you can't do nuts and seeds?
No seeds, no nuts, pretty much no fruit because most of it has seeds or seed particles in them. No gluten, no fucking, like, that's the worst one for me is no gluten. I never wanted to be that gluten free.
Right. Well, at least the market.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Actually, the worst one for me is I was coming out of the hospital and I had to fill my prescription, so I went down to the hospital pharmacy, and it's like a CVS store within the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through looking for a snack, and I go down the candy aisle, and I'm like, "Fuck, I can't have any candy." Like, and that's my weakness.
Yeah. At least America's market is geared towards a lot of gluten-free stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Did I ever show you all the gluten-free bread that I got?
No, but is it good?
I didn't even open it. It scares me.
What's the carbs on it? 14, 15 grams? She has that verticulitis stuff, Lil Pecker. Is that what you were saying, your old lady?
Like, you know how when you're bagging up groceries, you always say, don't put anything on top of the bread. Make sure the bread's... No, this shit is base.
Oh, it's air sealed.
Shrink fucking.
You haven't tasted it yet?
Everybody that I've talked to said it's not good at all, and I don't really eat sandwiches and stuff that much, so I haven't really tried.
Ashley Huffman says, haha, it's like pine cone bread.
Pine cone bread? I've never heard anything good about it.
I ain't never even heard of pine cone bread, but I guess it's a thing, huh?
Yeah, when she showed me this, I'm like, what the fuck did they do to the bread?
You know, another thing that would help my diabetes tremendously, money. Money. I can go eat healthy. There's tons of keto diet, which is low carb diets in the shelves and stores everywhere, but it's expensive as fuck.
Yep.
Like I bought one bag of chips. They were made with beans instead of potatoes, and they were low in carbs. Like the whole bag, like a whole cup only had like 2 grams of carbs in it, right? Mm. But it was $9 fucking. And it's for one of those little bags, not one of those family size bags, one of them little ones. $9, bro. I gotta be rich to eat that shit.
Yeah, if you want to eat like shit, you don't care about your diet, you could eat for fucking next to nothing. The healthier you get, the more you want to take care of yourself. There's a price for it, and they know
Damn
that
right.
they can get it because you want it that bad, or you need it that bad, really. That's the problem with the whole medical industry in this country, is that the only reason they put the price on the things that they do is because the amount that you need it. Like, we were just talking about prosthetic limbs. Like, you can go to a fabricator in your area and probably get a prosthetic limb for a small fraction of what the pharmaceutical company is going to charge you.
Right.
It's because the pharmaceutical company knows you need it.
Yeah. Ain't that bitch? I thought there was a federal law somewhere that actually said that's illegal to do.
Is it?
Ain't that price gouging? Essentially?
Well,
I know you need
it. Say you're doing it as a custom art piece that I'm going to wear, a wearable art piece. Like, so you put your own.
I'm lost.
Oh, were you talking about it's illegal to get somebody to make you a prosthetic limb, or is it illegal to price gouge, to base the price on it?
Yeah, I say essentially that's what all these corporations and pharmacies and etc. do, but
it's only price gouging if you're stepping away from the norm, which is if everybody's doing it, that's the norm. If everybody's price gouging, then it's not price gouging.
Right.
It's stupid.
But I mean,
that's why I always say that these competitions between these corporations are fake. They're all working together to keep the prices high.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. They're not competing against each other. When you see these fucking commercials where AT&T is making fun of Verizon, it's all to get you to buy both.
I agree. I agree. And they'll keep doing it though.
Were you here for the Starbucks conversation the other day? I feel like Starbucks, like Panera, all them like name brand, that all you're buying is the name brand companies. It's the most abuse of capitalism we got.
No shit.
You go buy
Starbucks? Oh yeah, dude.
You're only paying for the cup. Like, you're literally only paying for the cup, so you got clout to say I went to Starbucks.
Yeah.
So you can carry around that green cup, and everybody can look at you and say, "Oh, they went to Starbucks," and you can feel like
they hooked you guys line and sinker out there. Starbucks did. Yeah. They hooked you quick. Let us get over here in these controversial politics and draw everybody in so they come buy our $5, $6 paper cup.
Yeah. And I always go back to this story that my sister told me, that there's this girl at her work that comes in and she's got one of the Starbucks cups. And the one day she asked her, like, what do you got in the cup? And she said, strawberry water. And what it is, it's a cup of tap water with one strawberry cut into 4 sections, put into the water. She paid like $6 for this.
Fucking retarded.
$6 for tap water.
Fucking retarded. And hey, send me the link to this live to my inbox, please, so I can copy it and send it to Nathaniel Green, who wants to come up with us. But he's over on my stream. He's over on my stream, and I told him to come to yours, but I don't know if he's getting it.
All right.
Daniel, if you're still out there, man, just go to Fire in the Hole, what we're on, because this is his. I just streamed it out to mine.
If you're searching it, you have to type Fire in the Hole 710, no spaces. If you type Fire in the Hole, it's going to take it. For some reason, it's all the way down the list.
That's what took me here, but I did have to go down the list to see it. So
yeah, it's stupid. I fucked up making all my shit. Like, I didn't match anything to anything else. You got to type all different things to find me everywhere.
Yeah, it's terrible, Ashley. Both of those are terrible. There he is.
I just sent you the link.
Go. I see it now. It just came through. He's over here now. There you go, Nathaniel. That's my dude too, man. You know Nathaniel Green?
I think he was up with me the other day.
I call him my Viking. He looks like a Viking.
Is he the one that just cut his hair?
Yeah, he cut him bald. Now he really looks like a Viking.
Yeah, he was up here the other day.
There you go, Nathaniel.
Been meeting a lot of different people lately. So like a whole new wave of people coming through my lives.
That's a good thing. He said he still needs the link. Can you post the link again?
I just put it in there, and it is pinned. If you don't see it pinned, on the bottom left hand of your screen, there's a little blue pin there. If you click on it, it'll bring up all the pinned comments. Because you might not be able to click that one in the chat. But I did send it to you if you want to send it to him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's probably be faster if you don't see it. Dun, da, da, da. Okay. Copy. The link's in your inbox too, bro. If you don't see it, just hit the one in your inbox. It'll lead you the same spot.
Yeah, we do got this waffle going still. It's only $2 a spot if anybody wants to get in. I did say I want to wrap it up today, but I don't know if I'm going to. Yeah, I'll go grab it. The shit.
We need to share this to you guys, man.
I really shouldn't be carrying glass over cement because I have butterfingers. I got 6 glass joint tips, all different colors.
Blunt. Let's call them blunt tips. Too big for joints. Oh,
those are actually a little too big for joints. The ones that I use are about a cigarette size.
Oh, nice.
So you got pull myself up too.
That's cute though, both of those.
You got
Ha!
the rig.
It's like patches.
Yeah. You got the hammer bowl. That's some nice thick glass too.
Them are awesome.
And then the dab toolkit.
Nice. Little dab toolkit.
$2 a spot, winner takes all.
$2.
$2 make me holla.
Make you holla.
Reminds me of Sally. Who's Sally?
Long, tall Sally.
What's up, guys?
What up, Jerry? Mr. Phelps in the house.
How you doing, brother?
I'm hanging in there.
Hanging in, hanging out.
Yeah. Not much to do
That
on
was probably
Sunday.
right before Christmas. That's not like. I think I've seen little bits and pieces of that, but I've never seen that whole movie.
What? Nightmare Before Christmas? Yeah, I've seen parts and pieces of it myself. I'm not into that the animation, claymation, all that stuff so much as other people are.
Yeah.
It is good to see you face to face somewhat.
Yeah.
I think at least once or twice, but actually was in the hospital talking to Todd. But
I think if this whole poker thing keeps going well, we're gonna start this traveling a lot sooner than expected.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I spoke with Shane, and I'll be hopefully getting his that seahorse tube to him here
Hell yeah.
in a week.
Yeah, he was just asking me about mine yesterday. I was like, didn't Jeremy say he was gonna send you one?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the hospital. I can't.
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah, mine. If I would send him mine, it would take me fucking 2 days to clean the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mine's never been used. It's in the box, brand new.
But
No intentions on using it. So
Dawn was just saying that hers took a shit on her, so she can have mine.
right.
I don't like the electronic dab shit. Unless it's like an e-nail where it's just wrapped around a banger or something.
Right.
Like, I don't want to taste a metal coil or anything like that.
Right.
I've got glass ones.
Only
Yeah,
reason
but I just don't feel like they've made a good enough one that you can't taste it.
I don't know, because the only dab I do successfully without dying is this crumble. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, my seahorse was given to me. The rosin was given to me. That's the only reason I even have it to begin with.
yeah. I had the seahorse and I had the dragon's egg, and neither of them are bad as far as dabbing goes. I was actually able to do it, but
Yeah, they're not bad. I just feel like you could taste the coil. Like you could taste I don't know what it is. Like
you could taste the metallic taste to it.
Even if you use like quartz or any of that stuff.
there he goes. He made it. I think like the dragon's egg, though, the bottom of the coil is ceramic. In the dragon's egg,
Yeah, I think it is too.
yeah,
You know what
the
I mean? Like,
outside, yeah.
yeah.
But really, the dabs sit on top of that ceramic in the dragon's egg, not really on the metal.
Yeah, and like Ashley's saying with a seahorse, the tip of
It might all be in my head.
the tip of it's like ceramic or porcelain or something, and if you're not careful with it, that screws up left and right, then it gets clogged left and right.
The
I wish I
ceramic,
had the money for a
Or the
smoke
coil.
freezer.
ceramic tips. Seahorses suck. You got to get the cool.
Smoke freezer would be the way to go with my lungs, but I don't have $200 for it.
Right. And the only thing I've ever heard about smoke freezer is that you can't taste the terpenes. Some people like to taste the terpenes, and the smoke freezer just has the filters.
I don't
in
like
it.
the idea of the smoke freezer because I'm a egotistical maniac and I like big ass hits. And
Shit, really?
You should love the smoke freezer because it gives big hits. It just cools them down so you don't die.
yeah, but when you blow it out, it doesn't look like a lot.
I don't know. The people I've seen doing it, man, they blew clouds.
Yeah,
bro.
I've seen
Really?
plenty of smoke come out. Yeah, I've seen
Everybody
plenty
I've
of smoke.
seen it was a small puff.
Probably
And
just
then,
watching
you know,
Wayne. Just watch Wayne. Go watch Chuck do one off of that.
I don't
bitch.
ever watch.
I know, right? Yeah.
Hey, but if
Shit, even Austin puts out a good
you
puff of
off,
smoke.
man. The puff gets you off.
Yeah, I seen people doing it, bro. It was some really huge hits. I guess the theory is, the rough dabs are because shit's too hot, and that keeps it at a cool level where it ain't so rough.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
like back in the day when they were throwing ice in our bongs. Throw ice in our bongs to make the water cold.
You know?
Technically the best hit, the smoothest hit is at room temperature, right? It's not a frozen hit. It's
Right.
because a frozen hit or a hot hit's going to shock your lungs. If you put the air in at room temperature, you're going to get a smoother hit. The problem is when you take a dab or you burn it, you're taking it at such a high temperature, especially you're doing it at 400 degrees or something like that.
Yeah,
Put
you're
400
essentially
degrees
burning your throat.
Yeah.
Essentially.
You guys ice your balls? What?
Well, if they need to be, yeah. I mean, just like any other muscle.
I mean,
But
a
doesn't
lot of
it-
times you gotta ice your balls when you see those Canadian damn titties all the time.
What does
Somebody-
the smoke freezer bring the temperature back up to? Like, I know it freezes it and then it brings it back up, right?
Ashley would have to. No, it lowers it. I think it starts to rise, but it lowers it to a certain degree. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think-
just
I
drops
think
it,
drops
and then
right before you take your hit, it brings it back up to like a certain temperature.
whatever
it's not-
temperature it's bringing back up is just whatever it's going when it goes through the machine.
Ashley said minus 34.
Yeah. So you got to think minus
That way you
34.
take the hit.
Let's say at minus 34, you're probably getting it might warm up 5-10 degrees before it gets to your throat at the most.
That seems like some cold air to put in your lungs.
How much is the total price of those smoke freezers, Ashley?
300 and up.
Yeah, you could get them around 300 for the base model.
Yeah.
But if something breaks, they can be replaced.
That is a crazy looking contraption, though. That reminds me of some shit in the 80s when science was kind of a big deal, you know, famous that
Right.
somebody would have created like my science experiment or something, you know.
Yeah, because even on the
Also-
machines, if you look at them, there's on certain one, you got digital, you know, your strobe light, your lights, like almost like a what do you call it? I don't know. Just it usually has multicolored lights on it somewhere.
And I know they also work with streamers, and they've given a couple to people to waffle other ones off too. Like they'll give you one for free if you waffle off a couple of them or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that's why so many people ended up having them for raffles.
Well, you send me that link, brother. I need that link. I'm gonna get that waffle some off.
You know who
I will talk with Mike or Chuck Rock.
is that? Who runs it? Chuck Rock.
That's because Sonny had worked with it the other 4 years. Yeah, I know.
Somebody
who
in the community is the person that owns the company.
Oh, yeah.
I forget his name though. I'll ask around unless you know.
They had dude from the Brooklyn Boys on their live last night.
Which
Misfit did?
Yeah. He actually came up. Can't remember, not Scotty, the other one, damn it. I can't remember his name. They just got licensed, though. They just got legal in New York.
Yeah.
So everybody knows who the Brooklyn Boys already, but y'all didn't know that they've been operating illegal in most states. So
Right? They just got advertising.
yeah.
We had them out at the 420. It was. I was definitely a little worried about it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll follow all of it. If you just leave it alone.
We had a fucking table. We had a table full of everything you could think of right in front of the stage.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Jenna, if that's the fact, you got to explain.
I have blue balls. Pictures or it's not true.
I'm watching it right now.
All right. My daughter had to come
Yeah,
in and tell me,
man.
like, I'm watching you on YouTube right now. Thanks, honey. My only subscriber.
I'll assume Jenna that somebody was making these things. I'm not.
Nathan, I thought you pulled out a credit card and was getting ready to do up some things, bro. Thought you was getting ready to chop some lines over there.
Yeah. Well, I don't have enough to share for everybody. No, I'm kidding. No.
Bullshit. Go ahead and do 2 of them. I'll see you in about 30 minutes.
Any
You
good
gonna
coke?
run.
Jane, that was
Any good cokehead knows you don't pull out your coke in front of people that don't have any.
Right. That's not
no
good,
one
man.
was here.
well, what's going on, Big Jim?
Getting it was smoke breeze, talk to Chris.
Yeah.
His experience.
Talk to Horn about his experience.
I've honestly heard different things from different people, and like I would definitely talk to him and get his side of the story, but I talked to other people too because like his deal seemed like that he went through somebody that wanted money out of him for it. And I don't know if that's the same person that, because I know there was one person that somebody got like 5 out of the person and never paid a dime and did waffles. They kept a cut of the waffle and stuff.
So
I don't
basically,
know.
they
Definitely do your
they
research
duped
before you get into it with anybody.
so they duped whoever they got the smoke freezers from. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, whoever he got the smoke freezers from scammed them for sure.
Oh shit. Yeah, and that's even fucked up because you're doing that to somebody who's not, yeah, he might have stuff going on, but he's still disabled to
Yeah. I hate seeing any of them fucking people scamming.
Yeah, I hate to see, yeah, anybody. It doesn't matter who it is, but
especially in a community where a lot of the things we do are to try to help people out and bring people up and all that shit. And then you got one person in there just taking advantage of people. And they go through a wave because we don't all communicate with each other so much like that. Like you don't know, like they just did this to the last people and now they're in your circle. Like,
right. And then you never know who's going to go around and start throwing your name out and using you as to do the same thing to somebody else.
I actually had that happen to me recently. That somebody came in. I guess they came in through a friend request through my live, and then started hitting up everybody else's lives, trying to scam people and shit. And they were saying my name like that's where they came from. I brought them in and shit, and like.
I've had people put posts up, and I'm tagged in the post. Yet I have no clue who they are. Trying to get people interested. I'm like, but people know who I am, or certain individuals know who I am, so they're thinking, oh yeah, let's if he's involved, what's going on, kind of thing. I'm like, nope, delete my name from the fucking post.
Yeah. We don't get many bad eggs in this fucking circle, though.
No, but the few that we get are usually pains in the freaking royal ass.
Like just a couple of weeks ago, we had a situation where one of the people that came in often, fucking every day they were in here, but it was always an issue. You know the issue, the person with the issues, Ty, ended up scamming somebody in the community out of $300.
Out of what?
Claiming that out of $300, claiming that they were going to send them a tent and a light and a whole grow kit and shit like that. And right when the money was sent, they blocked them and deleted all this shit and claimed that they hacked this and.
Well, that's something that somebody should have taken
right.
the precautions in doing in the first place. You never send money before you have something.
Yeah, but it's the thing that the person was here often, and they just felt like they were comfortable with them. And
right, I understand.
It was a whole long. I mean, you probably know who I'm talking about there, Ty. You had an issue with the same person.
Oh no! No, I did have an issue. I know who that is, but what was it you said about him? What happened?
He sold somebody a whole grow kit and a light and everything, and then right after they sent him the money, he blocked them and
never seen it.
That's funny. I wish somebody would have told me about this because he tried to buy a light from me.
Oh, one of the ones, yeah.
Yeah, that one when I had it for sale, he was one of the first people that was on me about it.
How much did he offer you for it?
Well, it wasn't no offer. I told him what the price was, and that was it. It was $200.
Right.
He probably was trying to get that off of you for $200, sell it to her for $300.
Yeah, probably.
That was like 2 weeks ago it happened.
Yeah, I didn't know that's who you were talking about. I was listening, but yeah, dude. My problem with him is he was a bug.
Yeah.
Like he won something from me and hit me up on Thanksgiving and like 7 times in a row and like 4 days in a row. I'm like, dude, the fuck.
That's really why. That's really why I wasn't able to write off the whole situation. Like I had to get involved because like. Every time something happened, he was the same way, like complaining that somebody's scamming him or like he's not getting his shit or this or that. And then you turn around and you scam somebody.
He's acting like he's somebody like he's like somebody else is the bad guy when it's actually him. And
every time he won a prize, he'd message you like 7 times that night and like fucking, or he'd start messaging other people like, yo, this person hasn't sent me my prize yet. Like, he was talking about one of the people in the community that was trying to do the exact scam that he did. He was in my inbox warning me that there's somebody that's trying to sell equipment and then he scams them and blah, blah, blah. And then he goes and does that exact thing.
Yep.
Ashley's WTF. I want to know.
Walks like a duck and it talks like a duck. It's probably a fucking duck, y'all.
Right?
I don't care about mentioning his name. It was Elliot.
He told me too.
I don't remember his last name, but
O'Brien, I think.
Yeah.
He told me too when I told him to fuck off after he bugged me to death.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Fine, Let's just see what Bean and Fire in the Hole think about that.
Yeah, he came to me every fucking day with some bullshit. I'm like, leave me
Oh,
alone. Like, I'm not.
they-
I stopped opening his messages after the first fucking 2 times he messaged me.
So
the
he's
last message I gave him was like, "Oh, like Daddy Bean is gonna spank me or something," is what I said to him.
I know, but he thought throwing their name at you was going to cause drama between the two of y'all guys.
Yeah, I don't got no fucking pool. I just sit here and shoot the shit.
It
Exactly.
ain't no problem because you know what? I've been doing this long enough that people know I send what I say I'm going to send. You know what I'm saying? You have to be doing something extremely fucked up in order to change that, and he was.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know, if he had said, "Okay, I'm sorry, dude, I'm being a bug," I still would have sent it to him. But he
Yeah.
didn't.
Right.
And he got mad and threatened me and with you and a few other things. I'm like, I did report this to Facebook. Well, report away, motherfucker. I don't care. Report a hoe.
Right. He
Fuck you
was
and Zuckerberg.
showing all the freaking signs of what to look for. Basically.
Listen, I like getting up here, but one thing people got to remember: this is fucking Facebook. I could lose this shit, and my life will fucking go on tomorrow with
Right.
no interference.
Right.
Yeah. All I got to do is stop hitting go live.
Right. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'd be frustrated because I couldn't get in touch with friends, but I mean, my life's not going to end. You know, I could go to freaking another platform and still get a hold of my friends.
I'm not big
And
enough
even
to make
if you
money
do
from
try
this yet, so
Even if you do try to run me through the mud or whatever like that, I'm not going to stop hitting go live.
Right.
Like, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. Like, you can try to tell any stories you want because I know that the ones that know me and have been around long enough are going to tell you that it's not.
Exactly.
that's how it is. That's how it is. I believe the audience that's been here long enough with me knows that I
I've
keep
had
my
plenty
word.
of people leave, but I have plenty of people that have been here since day one. Like, no bullshit. People that still come in every day. I've been doing this for like a little over 5 years now.
Yeah,
People
like
still
W.
want, like, so I know who my. If you don't like it, kick rocks.
I gotta be done.
I got loads of dirt on beans. Yeah.
I got loads of dirt on beans. It don't mean
Wait a
nothing.
minute. Wait a minute.
You all
Don't we normally put loads of dirt on top of beans? Isn't that normal?
You
Are
all
you
got
bro?
loads of dirt on me. I tell you my stories. I've told you about all of my crimes, all of the
Right?
all the time I did shitty things. Like,
See you right back.
Hey,
I don't-
Jim, we might just have to throw you in the dirt with beans. No. I know you're just as guilty with things. We know you. Some more than others, but
yeah, I
just a
pulled
little bit
the
on that.
old Eminem 8 Mile and put all my dirt out there before y'all can use it against me.
Right? Right? I am a bum. I do live in a trailer with my mom. Now what the fuck you got to say about me, son?
Yeah, so there was this one time where it was like 2 years ago. Like I said, I started all my lives by telling all my stories. It was like a place for me to like get a lot of things off my chest. And as
Right.
long as the statute of limitations was up, I didn't mind telling the story. So like I've told about times when I was involved in robberies. I told about times when like all kinds of crazy shit. Like time when I got fucking fucked up on K2 and dove out a second floor window and
Dove out of second floor window, is that what you said?
yeah, I smoked some K2 at work and I was a painter and it was just me and my brother there. And I smoked some K2 right before a break. And then all we had to do was touch ups for the rest of the day. So he was doing the downstairs. I was doing the upstairs. It was a completely empty house. I went up and sat on the top step and I put my face in my hands. And when I opened my eyes, I had no clue where I was at.
Mhm.
And I didn't know how I got there. And the only thing I could remember was the night before I was walking down the street and there was a group of like hoodlums sitting on a porch shooting the shit. And I used to be like a social butterfly. Like I sat and talked to them for a while and they were talking about doing robberies. So the only thing I could remember was this group of hoodlums was talking to me about doing robberies. And I'm like, fuck, they got me involved. Like,
No, you're
and-
thinking you're in a house and doing
Yeah.
something you be doing.
I didn't notice that there's no furniture. There's nothing. There's nothing in this house. And I hear my brother like drop the ladder downstairs, and I hear boom.
It spooks you.
Fuck, the homeowners are home, and I looked around and there's an open window, so I fucking dove straight out of it and landed on my chest in the snow. And I got up, took off, and run.
Well, shit, you better be lucky that snow was there. If you're on the
Yeah.
second floor.
It was only like a little bit. Like I got fucked.
Yeah,
up
but
there.
it's still better than landing on the flat fucking ground.
And it was a brand new construction, so you know how like they don't got the lawn yet, and it's just dirt and rocks.
Yeah.
Like that's what I landed on. But I ran like 6 blocks, and then I looked up at a street sign, and I realized where I was at, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, I'm at work."
Yeah.
Like,
Damn it. Yeah.
but yeah, so I told all these stories, and I told a story where I was involved in a robbery, but I didn't realize it was a robbery until after we left, and I realized that the people that I was with were getting robbed by my
Mhm.
friends.
Right.
Like, and they got robbed. We left. We got halfway down the street, and I'm like, so we walked into the house. They threw 2 pounds onto this guy's lap right in the door. Didn't even say hi. They just threw the 2 pounds on his lap. And they were like, well, y'all better get out of here before there's any trouble. And I'm like trying to shake their hands because they're all my friends and stuff. And nobody would shake my hand. I didn't find it odd or anything. And
Right.
so we all left. We got halfway down the street. I was like, did anybody get any money? And they're like, no, can you go back and get the money? And like, it was a whole thing, but I laughed about it, whatever. Like, and this group on Facebook started anti-fire in the whole campaign. And like, it completely destroyed my audience, like half my.
Reputation, kind of.
But I ended up turning around and making shirts because the whole thing was they kept telling me that because I ended up getting a profit off of that. So we left the next day. I went back and I was like, "What the fuck was that about?" And they gave me an ounce. So, so they kept saying you're just a thug and you got paid for it. So I printed up shirts that had the fire and the whole logo on the back, and above it it said "We're just thugs," and underneath it said, "And we got paid for it." And I started selling. Like,
right. Use what
Yeah.
they say against them.
yeah, capitalized on their bullshit.
Jane Doe's like at band camp once at band camp. I'm sure Jenna has plenty once at band camp. That's where you go.
Did you see her new dog toy that I don't think the dog gets to play with?
No,
It looks like
I'm scared to ask.
though.
It's one of the big.
Yeah, it's like a huge rubber stick with like rubber balls on each end, so it looks like a rubber double dong. What up,
Right.
Len? I think there's only 2 people that still have those shirts, though. We're just thugs and get paid for it. Why are you talking about my toys?
I mean, the least I might be able to do is have
Because you have too many toys to talk about, Miss Jenna.
And you don't stop showing them.
Exactly. Be lucky I can keep a secret because that very first time when we had that conversation,
dog. She was,
I ain't told nobody about that, and I'm not. I mean, you probably don't even remember what I'm talking about, but it's secret. That's locked in. That's back. That's in the safe that's outside, buried up 6 feet deep.
hey guys, hey, I'll be back if you're still up. I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna black out of the camera. My mom just called. I gotta talk.
There we go.
You just went backstage.
Yeah, I just pulled him back. I don't know if he muted his mic, so I didn't want him to sit there and be talking.
Right. Yeah, I know. I did it one night, and somebody's like, "Doesn't he realize just because he muted that doesn't mean we can't hear him?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I forgot to mute the other mic."
Yeah, and I have it set that like when your camera's not on, it doesn't even show a box for you. So you're just
All right.
back.
Ashley, you have a great day.
All right, Ashley, enjoy your day.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Get rested up for tomorrow. Well, no, tomorrow's a holiday for kids anyway.
What is tomorrow's holiday?
That I couldn't tell you. I just know that everybody kept saying tomorrow's a holiday, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
I tried to call my doctor, and I actually tried to call him yesterday, and they were like, "It's
Martin
Saturday."
Luther King Day. It's Martin Luther King Day.
Ah, all right. Yeah, I called my doctor on Saturday, and they're like, "The doctors aren't in. It's Saturday." I was like, "Oh crap! I didn't know it was Saturday." And they were like, "You're gonna have to call back Tuesday." I was like, "Wait, Tuesday?" And they're like, "Yeah, Monday's a holiday." I'm like, "Oh crap! Monday's a holiday." Like,
Well, here's the weird thing: is that it's Martin Luther King Day, but that's the day they scheduled me to have my telehealth visit with my primary.
Huh.
3:40.
maybe
Because it's telehealth, but
Yeah.
yeah.
they
But
don't
I
even
was,
have plans for that.
I was like, thank God my doctor's, at least my primary, is willing to do that, because he knows my situation, he knows my vehicle and all that kind of stuff. My vehicle's band-aided together. It's just a matter of time before the van runs good. Van could be running better. It's all the modifications, so basically the wheelchair modifications that need repair. Either
Yeah.
way, it's still too damn much money, more money than I got. So
What's wrong? Like the lift gates and shit.
the lifts, well, the lift was already it was already 3 years old when I got it, and that was over 15 years ago. So it had parts that needed to be replaced. The guy didn't replace the parts he was supposed to replace, and it just, over the years just got more wear and tear on it. It's out of a transportation van, so it's not even really made for just a personal vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just taking time. And then time in general, it takes its toll. When you can't take it in every so many thousand miles, just like your vehicle, and it's not good. Basically.
Yeah. And I'm sure with all that, it gets to be a little pricey.
Beans, you see my toys moves. It's good, right? What, Beans? What have you seen?
I got a whole Jenna album. All the different tricks she does with her toys. Y'all fucking dirty-minded people. She's a juggler.
Only question is, does she use her hands to juggle? No. Oh.
I'm gonna pull up a video quick.
What's going on, Shane? Good to see you, bro. Like I said, I got you coming this week. Hopefully. I mean, especially that I should be able to throw that in just a freaking simple envelope for what it is. Wrap it up like a Christmas present in the original box to send it to you, or something. Actually, yeah, because it came in that little narrow box. You know what I'm talking about, Bean? Inside the Seahorse box, it had the regular narrow box the hood tube was in.
Yeah.
So I just want to say peace, y'all. I got to go take care of something. Apparently, my older sister had a heart attack. Is in the hospital today.
Oh shit! God damn, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Todd.
No, all good, bro. She's all right. She's all right. She's alive. So they're running tests. But much love, y'all. I'll holler at you on another one.
Be there for your family.
Yeah, man.
Do they come with an extra tube?
No, it came. No, it. I don't know why I always insist on opening this away from me and not. No, it came in box like that, but when you take it all out.
Yeah.
That's what's in. So I can either send this, just take this box shut and throw it into a padded envelope, or
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
or whatever.
That's too small to just put a label on it.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Just take this up, seal it up good, and put the where it needs to go and everything. I'm gonna actually leave that out.
And for that, it'd probably be like $325 or something to send it.
Shit, I get my mom to send it from our work. It won't cost nothing, hardly anything.
Hell yeah.
And this way, no, I won't forget it because I know it'll be out in front of me and I'm not forgetting about it.
Jenna, I'm not a sweatpants kind of guy. Shorts or jeans, that's it.
Yeah, well, I used to, it was shorts or jeans, but then it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be comfortable.
I wear my PJ pants every now and then because they're comfortable, but
yeah, Shane, no problem. I'm wondering when she says gray, I'm wondering, she's like,
yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to get more. She wants to
there.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm sure they are, Jenna, because they're not white, but they're close enough. No.
Everybody, we do got this waffle going on, just so y'all know. It's only $2 a spot. Get them while they're hot. I'm going to get this shit done. I don't think I'm going to do it today. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Sweats are comfy. No, I don't like sweats. Don't like them. If you know, you know. I think we're all in the know here.
Key. Leaf.
Fuck it.
I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Dee just got home. I got a bunch of things I got to get done today.
Yeah, ain't no worries. I gotta fix something to eat. Come on, I'm gonna get to you when I get to you.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Appreciate you kicking it.
For sure.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Let's get our ass fuck up out of here.
And good seeing everybody in the comments.
Hell yeah. Fire in the hole.
Smoke weed every day.